Hey, I am walking the Longview public use area of the eastern shore of Perry Lake. The boat ramp is back behind me here, quite a ways. I'm right up against the lake. It's gorgeous. This is a beautiful area. At the end of sailing season, I told myself I was going to get out here and explore the lake. I'd like to see all sides of it, all the access points, open or closed. This appears to be a closed section, just kind of abandoned by the Corps of Engineers, which really makes me kind of sad because it's such a gorgeous part of the lake. Right here, mid-lake, the gap is about a mile southwest of me. I've come across picnic tables, no real meaningful infrastructure other than the road I'm walking on, which is in grave disrepair. My understanding in this area flooded, and it just never kind of opened back up. And this is a really cool part of the lake. Like, I can see this just thriving with campers if it were to be, recovered and brought back. What a cool spot. It goes way up the bank here. It must rise 500 feet. Look at this view. It's just stunningly beautiful. I'm the only person here. I'm sure fishermen probably walk in here. I saw signs of a campfire that was long ago extinguished. I've come across a couple picnic tables. But you can get right down to the shore here. It looks like a rocky shore. The boat ramp is down this way. There's a fisherman out on the water, right by those two shallow area markers. My next place I want to try to get to is this peninsula. I think there's a road that goes in there. It's hazy today, but it's quiet, it's warm, and it's beautiful. There's no wind at all today. I hear big footsteps. I'm sure there's a deer up in the woods here. I haven't done this for so long. Got out and walked the trails in the fall. This is one of my favorite things to do. Just hadn't been well enough for years to do this. Didn't feel good enough. This is kind of my happy place. Getting out, seeing nature. It's safer to do now. A couple of hard freezes and the tick life should be all but dormant. So it's a great time to come out and do this. Look at this shore. This is fantastic.
Do you ever feel like you've lost yourself? Well, that's exactly how I felt after heart transplant. Living in survival mode for what seemed like an endless amount of time, and then finally recovering physically, but just not knowing who I am anymore. Not really being the same person. This day right here, this is when I start to feel like myself again. What I'm saying on the screen isn't important. Finding myself again and being okay with who I am and feeling those old feelings again, it's hard to explain. Finally being comfortable by myself, with myself, it's huge. Today was almost as important to me as learning to sail. Getting out in nature and rediscovering my passion for this, for being in the wild, for being in nature and just observing. It's huge for me. I hadn't done this for so many years since transplant. And today was a very important day for me.
You know, I could drive the Jeep in here easily, but it's gated off and locked by the Corps. I bet they never open it. I don't know if I could get special permission. That'd be cool. But I thought this point right up here would be the most excellent vantage point to do some drone photography when we have regattas, especially if I could drive in. If I could run the Jeep in here with my equipment and a cooler lunch and some drinks, I could hang out here for a few hours, fly the drones up and down the lake, getting pictures. I don't see why the Corps doesn't try to bring this back. The lake seems, aside from the marina use and the fishermen, kind of abandoned. I imagine this in the 80s, just filled with people and activity on the water, doing things. I'd love to see this lake brought back to that. People on the water's healthy. It's good for you. Cessna flying over my head. Hello, Mr. Cessna. So, coming up to the curve here, I don't believe this section of road connects with any other trail. I was down further, Slow Creek Park. I think I'm saying that correct. Look at this. See, look at the incline here. It's huge. I bet that's 600 feet up there. It's gorgeous. So I was down at the other park, and I found the old military trail. That's a 29-mile trail. I'd love to walk it. And maybe I will come back in the spring and do that. I don't know if I can do that in one day or not. I don't know. The last time I ever walked 29 miles, probably when we visited Chicago. I thought Susan was going to run me ragged. That was way before transplant. But I remember I had to go buy new shoes and orthotics. My feet hurt so bad. What a cool spot. Look at this. Direct view of the Yacht Club Marina. How amazing. All the way to the Gap. I could fly the entire lake from here with a drone and not worry too much about
Battery life or getting back.
because I'm only going half the distance of the lake each direction. These old rocks put up here. I don't know if that's natural or if that's early infrastructure to keep people from driving off the cliff.
I've come to realize since transplant that I don't feel alone anymore. For the longest time in my life, childhood into my adulthood, I always kind of felt alone in the world. And now knowing that Travis lives essentially inside me, I have his heart. I never feel alone anymore. I really like that.
Hey, look at there. There's another one of our wave eaters. Right there. And I know I've seen at least 3 more of them back in our marina cove. That's 5. That's 5 wave. Hey, Doug, are you paying attention? 5 wave eaters. I know where they are. We can take the pontoon out and go get them. That'd be a fun day, really. Get on the water. You know, being on the lake in the fall is quiet and still and maybe the best. Look at the view.
You know, before transplant, nobody ever told me that I was in heart failure. It was kind of a surprise to find out that I needed a heart transplant. But nobody ever said, hey, Brian, your hypertrophic cardiomyopathy condition is going to lead to you needing a heart transplant, and your heart is going to become progressively weaker and less efficient. In hindsight, over the years, I would decline, and I would notice. I can look back and say now to myself, yeah, my heart is not as good as it once was.
Well, I'm at the top. It's a campground area up here. It's gated, as you can see. I see picnic tables. I see signage. It's a damn shame they don't fix this road. I mean, come on, what would it really take? Scrape it off with a bulldozer and throw some blacktop on it and call it good. I mean, you could almost blacktop over what's here. It's not in horrible shape.
I feel like now is as good a time as any to tell you about my Patreon. If you go to my Patreon and you can subscribe and donate a few bucks each month, it really helps me to continue to make this kind of content. So if you enjoy watching, please go check out my Patreon. Donate Lifeboat.
How awesome is that? I tell you, the more I'm out here, the more I really love this lake. Just what a cool place. Well, now we're at Slow Creek Park, which makes me question where I was earlier. I'll have to look at the map. I probably misinformed you. We are down here at the very tip of the Devil's Gap. So to my right here is the eastern side of the Devil's Gap. And then, of course, you've got the gap itself and then a landmass beyond that. So this is that little cove. There's a boat ramp down here. This is not really a boat ramp. I suppose you could push a dinghy in here if it had wheels on the stern. A cool little cove. I think you could probably get in here a little bit if you wanted to camp here on your boat. So there's another park over there and a beach. The dam is that way to my left. What is that? something up in the tree there. I guess it's just trash. Boat ramp over there. So that's the bathroom shelter that you can see when you're coming down by the gap. And evidently, when it flooded real big, people would sail across this landmass and come into here. Miles claims that he's done it, and I believe him. I'd love to see that happen. Oh, I got a phone call coming in. I gotta go. So here's a look at the park from the other side. I drove over here. So now we're looking north up towards the yacht club. I can actually see the yacht club off in the distance. So this is usually what you see as you're coming down lake. That's the other side of the gap over there. I'm on the eastern side of the gap. So probably another cool place you could hang out and potentially sail camp. This is almost kind of beachy, like you could walk right into the water.
After transplant, I've realized I need to really take control of my life. After having felt out of control for so long through the transplant process, essentially just living in survival mode, I realized I need to take control. I need more time like this. I need to see the world. I need to explore. I need to commune with nature. And it's made me come to realize just how important relationships with people are.
I'm going to show you the water side because it's just going to be more interesting. Although the grassy side is kind of cool too. Looks like there's more park potentially down that way. It's pretty. Sure is hazy today. Smooth as glass out there. I don't think there's any sailing today. Feel like I might be able to, I don't know. I can't tell what that, it's too hazy to see down that way. I feel like I see sailboat masts, but probably not. There's the dam. The dam. Oh, you know what that is? I'm looking at Rock Creek Marina. It's up on the left, I think. That's probably what I'm seeing. So then this road will take me around to the park that we're looking at. And I think today I'm going to skip it and I'm going to head on home. This video is already exponentially longer than I had intended. And if you're still watching, you're patient. you might as well hit the subscribe button and the like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of Lake Erie. I think it's a gorgeous lake. There's a side of the lake that I don't really ever see. There's a fisherman on the water down there.
Hear that foghorn, hear it moan, sad song for a lonely.
Pretty cool. Really cool day. It's 3:30. I'm gonna wrap this up, I think. I appreciate you watching. So get out and explore your lakes. Go check out what the Corps of Engineers has to offer. And just because you can't sail doesn't mean you can't get out on the lake. Oh my. What's that term? Go big or go home? I think I bought the biggest tarp that exists on the planet for this boat. I feel like maybe they accidentally sent me the wrong one. It's just so much tarp. I mean, it goes this way, and it goes all the way this way. Oh my god. Like, just trying to find the edge of it and get it on the correct side of the boat. It's almost impossible. Oh, I'm almost there. My arms are so tired. Oh god. Ooh, did I mention this thing weighs about 70 pounds rolled up? We're under the tarp. It's almost a little hard to breathe in here. I'm pretty sure I just heard a squirrel laugh at me. Here it is. It's a little big. I think I could fold it in half and use it. Susan's going to come home and be like, what the hell's in our driveway? Is that a spaceship? This is retarded. Oh my god. I mean, oh my god. I really don't think this is the tarp I ordered. I know the size of my boat. It's 24 feet long. We've got a lot of room here to pull. I mean, it's good lengthwise. It's 3 times wider than it should be. Maybe I ordered it. I don't know. It was late. Good Lord. I mean, ridiculous. Redonkulous. Well, that's pretty good. Now we just got to take care of the sides on the bottom. I mean, maybe I should just cut it. I mean, I could get 2 more tarps out of it. Oh my God. I think I'm going to wad it up. I'm going to roll it and just tuck it into the trailer. I feel like if I had a really big roll of duct tape to go with it, it'd probably be even better. It's coming along. So I've taken a little bit of line and intertwined it. Well, I've laced it essentially on the inside with the grommets provided with the tarp. And I've pulled everything that is open to exterior other than this little piece right here. And it's about to go. Come on, come on, come on. Get in there. There. Moisture hits, it has to come down. It can't go in. I did this. Wow, okay, yeah, almost died. Almost tripped on tarp. I've done the same thing back here. I made a slit in the tarp to wrap around my solar vertical. And again, anything that lays onto the tarp has to run down. I'm going to put in a hole here. I've got a grommet. I'll probably punch one in there and pull that over. But so everything's gathering in the back up. So any moisture that hits has to run down. The flat, you can tell I'm getting tired. The top of the sailboat is now completely flat. I'm going to stretch it a little tighter from the sides, and I might put some sandbags on it. I don't know, to really keep it tight. So if it takes water, it's not going to end up being a swimming pool up there. That's my biggest concern, that it actually sheds the water. And you know what? I think, now that I think about it, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to have to make a ridge. That's normally what you would do. Ah, damn it. This is going to take a whole nother day of work. I'm going to have to get some 2x4s and build a ridge. Because it'll pond. Damn it. I got to get up there. I got to see. Oof. Bear with me one moment. Well, it's not bad. So I could see it ponding here and probably over there. The mast is down the center. I could see it ponding here on both sides. Maybe a little up on the front. Excuse me. Just because the stanchion posts they're kind of tall. So we're just wrapping things up. I know, that was a terrible dad joke. So we're pretty much there, other than building in our couple of little tower structures to create good pitch. Everything's rolled in this way. So if water runs down, it can't get trapped into the tarp. I'm going to fix this little spot. Actually, this whole area here, which is under here and back here, I'm going to get under there, get it off the ground, and roll it into itself and probably tie it off. So everything's going down smoothly. Sorry, it's dark on this side. I'm going to do the same thing up here. We'll under wrap it, overlaying it on itself. What's up? Doing a little boat work today. I'm in the boat under the tarp. It's actually it's toasty warm in here, very comfortable. So I've rigged up this. This is my mast. I forget the name of the thing, what they call it, a stepper or whatever. You use it to help push the mast up, or you catch the mast with it when it's coming down. It's holding my tarp up, and I've got it lashed off to my boom, to my mast, I mean. So yeah, it's like a giant tent in here. So today, I finally finished rigging my traveler system. These new cleats, you can see there, these finally came in. I ordered these, I think, a month ago, at least 3 weeks ago. I'm sure they shipped from China or somewhere. They're beautiful stainless steel cleats. So the system we had before, you might remember, this was the cleat that we used. The pulley or the block here, or sheave, I guess you want to say, was turned another, quarter degree up, and the line came out here. went into the cleat. And to work this system, you had to be sitting here in the front of the cockpit, and you had to pull outboard away from the boat to get this to cleat. And it was terrible. And where it sits here, it was prone to getting popped out of that cleat. And the traveler system would swing over and the boom would swing out, and it was just kind of a disaster. So I turned these pulleys 1/4 degree, and I ran new line back to the new cleat, and now she works great. So you can operate this now pretty well single-handed. I can reach over, pop the one that I'm either sitting at, or reach over and pop the other one, and then pull this side. You know, when you are underway and when you're sailing, you don't necessarily have to have both sides cleated. You really only need the working side cleated. So if we are on, say, a starboard tack, wind is coming across the right side of the boat, and it's pushing the boom leeward, which is left side of the boat, to the port, the working side is the starboard side. And that's the one that's got to be tight. The other side doesn't really matter until you tack. And then you could essentially, as you tack, pop this one free, engage the other one, and continue underway if you want to slide the traveler over, depending on what kind of the weather's doing, if you're racing or whatever. So pleased I got that done finally. Too bad I couldn't have got that done during the season. Just kind of a pain in the ass to do when you're at the dock. I had to drill 2 new holes here and go into the lazarette and work from the backside with some lock grips and some 5200 and seal it off and put the channel grips on there and then tighten it up. So that was kind of a pain. And then, of course, the other side, I had to go inside the boat and down under and shimmy on my back up there to get to that spot. So not awesome to do on the dock. And, of course, in good fashion, I've got 5200 on me kind of everywhere because that's how the shit is. It's just, if you're going to work with it, it's going to end up on you somewhere. So I think it's on my shirt. So pleased, very pleased about that. It's a problem. I've got some winter antifreeze. I'm going to pour a little bit of that in my bilge. I mean, my bilge is going to stay dry all winter, but you know, just in case maybe there was a little moisture that got in somehow, that it wouldn't freeze or crack anything. So I'll throw a little bit of that in there. Other than that, boat's pretty well winterized. I'm probably going to do one more upright down that way to give the front of the tarp here a little more support. Let me stand up and I'll show you. It's tight in here. But look at that. I can stand up. I got full headroom under the tarp, which is really cool. So yeah, maybe one more upright down that way. Really what's holding it right now is the mast. The foot of the mast is pushing the tarp. So I mean, we're well tinted. Rain slips right off. Now, if it was maybe a heavy snowstorm and it started to stick to this thing, it might sag a little. You might, I probably should have padded the end of the mast so it wasn't a potentially sharp piece of aluminum on the tarp there. But I'm not terribly worried about it. Hey,
hi.
You're sneaky, you creep. We're doing video.
I just hear you in here gabbing
I'm just gabbing away to my people.
Do you have a friend in there?
It's just me and my viewers.
Hi, viewers.
That's my air vent so we can get fresh air movement in here to dry any condensation on the top of the tarp.
Here's a little closer, more in-depth look at the new Traveler install. You know, I can hardly wait to get the boat back on the water next spring and really put this thing through its paces, so to speak. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you've enjoyed the content, please hit that like and subscribe button. When you do that, it really helps the algorithm, helps people find my page, helps promote the channel. And if you really enjoy the content, why not subscribe to my Patreon? Thanks so much. Have a great day.